Hello everyone, this is your boy Ferdinand. Welcome to my channel. If you like my content, please do consider subscribing. Destroy that like button, I would really appreciate that. Also, leave any feedback or suggestions that you may have in the comment section below. And with that, let's jump into today's video. Now before I begin the video, I just want to give a spoiler warning. I am going to give the review of Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead, which is currently available on Netflix. So if you have not watched the movie, go please watch it on Netflix first, then come back and see my review. You have been warned. Now, I generally speaking am a fan of Zack Snyder's movies, right? So I've watched movies like 300, Watchmen, Man of Steel, and last but not least, Justice League. And I generally like the guy's work, right? I am a fan of his. I know he likes to focus on slow-mo stuff and these weird long panning shots of people fighting and everything. I'm a fan. I don't disagree with that at all. That doesn't mean that I like every single thing that he does. And I have to say, this movie, for me, I had high expectations, but it turned me off at some point. It has few plot points in the middle that are very weird for me, and I would definitely highlight them when we get into the review fully. So, starting off, obviously there's some good things about the movie, like I said, some bad things. So first of all, I'm going to start with the good things that, in my opinion, were things that were nice about the movie. So starting off with that, the movie is beautiful to look at, right? The set pieces are amazing, the action sequences are epic, acting by the actors is on spot, it is amazing. The characters that Zack Snyder makes in this movie are all likable, right? So the main actor or the main protagonist is played by Dave Bautista. The guy shows that he has acting chops. Honestly, his acting was spot on. He showed a lot of depth. He showed like he's a man who's defeated and who's lost a lot in the zombie apocalypse, and really great acting from Dave Bautista. For me, the guy that actually stole the show was this young German safe cracker guy that they needed. I think his name was Dieter in the movie. I think he did a fantastic job. I really loved his acting and his role, and just the way his character was written and the way he delivered his lines and everything. I think it was amazing. The guy who played Van, I mean, that character was written very well as well. So the whole cast was very good. The Penelope Cruz look-alike chick was very nice. She was mostly there to look pretty, and she was pretty, no doubt about it. But her storyline was paper thin, and man, the way she dies at the end is brutal. But like I said, most of the characters are written very well. Um, but there doesn't seem to be any coherency between them. Like their interactions seem almost inhuman. Anyway, but the characters are good. They delivered their lines well. Their acting is on point, so I like that part. Now, so like I said, these are the good things about the movie that I like, right? The action sequences, the set pieces, the movie looks beautiful, actors are good. Now we go into the bad stuff, and my god, there's a lot of it. My main issue with the movie is with the plot points that are used in there, right? There are so many plot holes, so many missed opportunities in this movie that it seems despicable. And normally I wouldn't expect this from a guy like Zack Snyder. Either he was missing a screenwriter or someone who could do a proofread at the end and say, some of these things don't make sense. But anyway, so let's get in. The movie's ulterior motive is partially okay, right? You have this zombie apocalypse sort of a situation, but it's confined to one city in Las Vegas, right? It has a quarantine zone. The zombies are within the quarantine zone. They can't get out of it. People are not allowed in. And that's basically it. Now, this billionaire Tanaka guy reaches out to Dave Bautista's character, says, hey, listen, there is a nuclear bomb that's gonna hit the city, but before it does, I have a casino, and in the casino there's $200 million in a safe. You get the money out, I'll give you $50 million from it. Plain and simple, right? Seems like an okay ulterior motive. Obviously Dave Bautista's guy is struggling financially, So, you know, there is motivation for him to go on to this journey to maybe get some money at the end, right? So, kind of makes sense. The opening sequence that sets up the whole movie is a bit stupid, but I'd say it's forgivable, right? This new married couple is driving down the road. They hit this army convoy and release this alpha zombie onto the Las Vegas city. A bit stupid because the army people don't seem to know what the procedures are in case of an accident, which is kind of like dumb. Like, don't you know how to contain a threat? You don't have briefings in regards to that, but like I said, it's forgivable. It sets up the whole movie, whatever. So, like I mentioned, the billionaire Tanaka guy reaches out to Dave Bautista's character, says we need the money from the safe, which I don't understand. Why couldn't you just tell them that, hey man, I don't want the money. I'll pay you 50 million. Go ahead and get me a head of an alpha zombie. Because if the billionaire would have said that to Dave Bautista's character, the movie would have been over in the first freaking hour. Because the moment they enter into the freaking quarantine zone, there's an alpha zombie that climbs on top of the car, the alpha queen, whose head they eventually cut off towards the end of the movie. They would have just taken the head and walked right out the way they came in. They had absolutely no reason to progress through the entire movie just to do the same stupid thing that they could have done in the first 20 minutes of entering the quarantine zone. Like I said, a huge plot hole, but whatever. You know, they wanted to give the team a motivation, so they said, go get the money. Whatever, okay, fine. Now, there was this huge plot line in the middle there, which was they showed this certain hierarchy in zombies, right? So you have your regular slow ass idiotic zombies, you know, who slow walking like, you know, whatever. They're called shamblers. No brain activity, no nothing, just stupid as hell, just wanna bite everything that they see. But then they show these alpha zombies who seem to have some brain functionality, some weird characteristics of societal engagements. They have this hierarchy that they follow. There's obviously this zombie lord guy with a cape and a metallic helmet, and there's a zombie queen in there. Very, very interesting plots that I think if they had focused on that, the idea of the movie would have been much more cooler, right? But in the end, none of that really mattered. They actually were there just for the money, and that's what the movie kind of focused on, and which in my opinion was a bit dumb. They really had this really cool sequence in which they showed that somehow these dead zombies, which are apparently, I'm using air quotes here, are dead. The alpha queen is somehow pregnant, which you gotta ask, if they're dead, then how is she pregnant? And even if she is pregnant, okay, fine, this is a fictional story, it's very cool, please try and explain that shit. They never do it, so none of that gets explored. They kill the alpha queen like the humans. They kill the alpha queen, and in the end the zombie baby dies, which is like, why? You know, it was such a cool concept. They could have expanded on that. They could have shown the ulterior motives of the zombies, of the alpha zombies. What did they want? Did they want to take over the world? How does this apocalypse extend beyond just the city of Las Vegas? But none of that shit they go into. Now, for me personally, the most stupidest plot line, my pet peeve in this entire movie, is the daughter character. Dave Bautista's daughter is, oh man, she is so annoying. I can't even begin to tell you. So the daughter storyline is this. She has a friend. She works as a volunteer in the quarantine zone, which is stupid. Right outside of the city of Las Vegas, they've established this illegal aliens quarantine zone, right? They keep people who are poor or illegal immigrants or whatever the hell it is. Which you gotta ask, like, why the hell would you do that? Alpha zombies can quite clearly climb on top of statues and buildings, so why the hell couldn't they climb over 3-story containers and go to the other side and bite and capture these innocent humans on the other side? But stupid, like I said, stupid plot holes in this movie which make no absolute sense, but whatever. The daughter character works in this as a volunteer in this illegal alien zone. And there's this idiot Indian woman by the name of Geeta. She has 2 kids. She wants to go into the quarantine zone so that she can make some money, right? Now she goes into the quarantine zone before the team of Dave Bautista goes in. So the daughter fights this coyote character and says, why did you take her in? She has kids. And then the daughter demands that Dave Bautista takes her with him to the quarantine zone to look for Geeta. And which in the beginning I'm like, why the hell would you want to do that? Why couldn't you just tell your dad that, hey listen, you go find my friend, she's in there, she is helpless, she has kids, I'm gonna go take care of her kids who are in the outside world. Everyone is being moved from this quarantine zone. I don't know what's gonna happen to the kids, so I'm gonna go take care of them. Please find my friend. No, they don't bloody do that. She goes into the quarantine zone, promises her dad that she is not gonna leave his side, because that's his one promise to her, that hey, you're not gonna leave my side. And in the last 30 minutes of the movie, she does exactly that. She leaves his side, goes to try and find her stupid Indian friend Geeta in probably like a 900 room hotel, amazingly finds her, right? And is basically the cause of the death of Dave Bautista in that. Like, she finds a friend, Dave Bautista, gets on the helicopter, goes to the hotel's rooftop, finds them in there. They all get on the helicopter, and obviously because, well, I mean, you gotta make a movie, so the zombie lord guy comes in, he jumps into the helicopter like he's freaking Steve, Captain fucking Rogers, and consequently kills Dave Bautista's character. Right? Which in the entire fucking movie they couldn't shoot the freaking zombie, because anytime they shot him he was like immune to the bullets, but at the end Dave Bautista shoots one bullet into his head and amazingly it explodes like it had a mini explosive in it. It's stupid. And the entire movie for the last 30 minutes is relying on this stupid Indian woman, Geeta, who the daughter tries to save, and imagine what happens to her. When the helicopter crashes, she freaking dies. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, the last 30 minutes were based on finding this idiot woman who dies in a goddamn helicopter crash. You might as well put a goddamn bullet in her head in the hotel, go to the rooftop, get in the helicopter, and get the fuck out of here, because there's a nuclear bomb coming. I don't know, man. Some of the plot points in the movie were just so stupid. They made me so angry. Right? There were just so many cool sequences that they could have focused on, like in the casino, when they finally open up the safe and the alpha zombie army is coming in to attack them. They have these very cool sequences where some of the zombies have blue eyes and they look like they have these cyborg look-alike metallic skulls. They could have showed what happened to them. Like, what is the main story of the alpha zombies? But none of that. None of that stupid shit. They kill all the characters at the end. Major plot holes left on the side. And it kills you at the end. So, here's my view on the movie. It's ultimately cool looking, but at the end, it's long and tedious. So if you want to watch the movie, I mean, absolutely go ahead. If you are a fan of zombie movies, I think you'll enjoy the movie to an extent. Don't expect an in-depth storyline, because you're not gonna get that. But you know, it's okay for what it is. Anyway, guys, enough ranting for me for now. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Let me know what you all think, and I'll holla at y'all later. Take care, guys. Bye.